My collection has basically doubled since then. This I would say is even less than what it was a couple of months earlier because I did declutter some things. I definitely had more than 6 loose powders just a couple of months ago when I took a picture at the beginning of the year. Actually, on 1st of January, I had like 10 loose powders in my collection, and I have used up some since then, decluttered some. So currently the number that we're going to go with is 6, which is still double of what I had last year. Now I just want to let you know, this one is my active one that I'm using and this one is my backup, so I'm still counting them as 2 even though they're the same product, and then the remaining are obviously like all individuals. So yes, my current number for loose powders is at 6, and I'm also going to tell you how much they cost in total, including all of them. So if I total up the price of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, the total is $86. And then if I add the price of this in INR, which is about 750 rupees on Nykaa, and then if I total up all the amounts, I'm considering the dollar value to be 85, which I know is not the current dollar value, but when I bought all of these, that is roughly how much I paid, like 86 rupees for every dollar. So the total amount of my entire loose powder collection is 8,060 rupees. Now the next category was foundation. I don't even know why I kept these 2 foundations for as long as I did, but I eventually did get rid of them and I gave them to my mom. So currently in my foundation category, I have no products, which I'm glad about. Next is eyebrows. I had one eyebrow pencil earlier, which is the Plum eyebrow pencil, and now also I have only one eyebrow pencil, and this one is the Etude House eyebrow pencil, and it's priced at 260 rupees on Nykaa. Next category is eyeshadow singles, and in this category I counted 8, basically 6 which are in the Z palette and then 2 which are separate. Now I only have 2 remaining, which means that the 6 eyeshadows which were in the Z palette, I basically didn't use up any of them. I decluttered some. I kind of just got rid of some because they had gotten quite old and I felt like the formula was not as good anymore basically. So now these are the only 2 which are not again technically singles, but I only use these 2 shades, so I'm counting it as singles. I also don't remember the prices and there is no way for me to find it because it's not like easily available on Nykaa or something. So when I have to value them, it becomes a little bit tricky. So I'm just going to give it like 500 rupees each. So basically the value of 2 would be like $1,000. In terms of my eyeshadow collection, I had only 2 eyeshadow palettes last year. This is what my current eyeshadow collection is looking like. Definitely much, it's like more than double than last time. I had 2 earlier, now I have 5. These 2 were there last time as well, like you can see, but this and this is all new additions. I am happy that I got some more eyeshadows to use and try out and to play with, and I really enjoy them, but at the same time I need to reach for this stuff on a regular basis. Like that's what I'm struggling with. It's not that I'm buying things that I won't use, but I'm buying things that I should use but I'm not using. So anyway, our eyeshadow collection is at 5 right now, and the total value of these is 9,008 rupees. Now this palette, and this palette is available on Nykaa, so I just took the prices from Nykaa. This is the only palette, this is the only palette which is not available in India, and I couldn't even find the price. Actually, it was very hard because it's no longer even sold as a product, but it like I think I found like a very old blog post or something on this product which mentioned that the price is $42. So I did multiply the price into 85, which is the conversion rate when I last went to the US, and I paid that much for a lot of products. Now this is obviously way older, but I don't even remember how much I paid for it like years and years and years ago. So I'm just taking it as an approximate value and adding up the price of everything to get the value of 9,008. For the next category, which is eyeliner, I had 2 faceless eyeliners last year. I have obviously used up both of them, and this year also I have two eyeliners. I have the Color Bar one, which I had earlier as well, and then I have the Pilgrim one, which is newer. The total value of both of these, again, prices are from Nykaa, is 1045 rupees. So again, pretty decent, I would say. The value is greater because of the Color Bar one. This one, the Pilgrim one, is actually pretty affordable. The next category is one of my favorites because it's blush, and I have so much to share about my blush collection. So we'll take a minute over here to talk about all the blushes that you see in this picture. The Tarte one, like I had two Tarte blushes earlier. I used up one of the Tarte blushes and I still have the other one. The Sugar Pop blush I did declutter, but I still have the Essence one. And also I had 12 blushes last year. One of them I still have and one of them I have gotten rid of. So out of last year's collection I have 50%, and the remaining 50% is not a part of my collection anymore. And this is what this year's collection looks like. Again, you recognize the e.l.f. one, you recognize the Essence one, and you recognize the Tarte one. The Sephora, LA Girl, CoverGirl, NARS, House Labs, and Wet n Wild, these are all newer additions that happened last year, mainly because of my US trip, and I was so excited to add like some international brands and some other formulations which are not really available here in India to my collection. So I am okay that my collection has expanded to 9 blushes this year, which, yes, it seems like a lot, but also I will be honest and say not every single formula is my favorite, and I want to spend some time using all of them individually and figuring out whether or not I like them. If I am not absolutely in love with them, then I might even consider, like, over time letting go of some of them. So yes, we'll see how this changes like next year probably. But yeah, I can tell you for sure there are nothing new, like there's nothing new that's going to be added. The number will definitely go down from here, or it will stay the same. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm also able to use up some of these. I really hope I'm able to use up some of them. Yeah. Now, in terms of the total value, it was actually hard to find the prices on a lot of these. So I had to go by like what are the prices in like dollars in the US, for example. The only one I could find the Indian price on was this one right here from e.l.f., which is 950 rupees. But like everything else, even this one which I bought in India, apparently it's not available on Nykaa anymore. So I had to find the price in dollars, which is $4. This one I think is $14. This is $7. $17. This one, I think, did I miss out on this one? Let me recheck once again. And then this one was, again I have to check, was it, yeah, $32 or something I think was the price of this one on Sephora. So yes, I tried to find the prices for these two. I'll have to recheck once again. This one also I found the price on I think it was the official Wet n Wild website. This one is $4 as well. So anyway, once I add the price of the CoverGirl, the Tarte one was like I purchased it basically in a mini set of like 5, I want to say. So again, I'm not able to find the price, like how much I paid for that set, and then, you know, divide the cost by 5 and like do it that way. So I'm just gonna go by the price of what a mini Tarte blush costs. So if I add the price of everything, then multiply it by 85 in terms of the dollar rate, and then add the price of this one, which I am considering the price on Nykaa. The total value of my entire blush collection is 9,705 rupees. That is probably, I mean, I want to say my bronzer collection is valued more than that, but so far I think it's the most valued, like, part of my entire collection is my blush collection. Next is bronzer, and for bronzers, and I'm including bronzers and contours kind of together because it's just like a difference in the tone, but apart from that I basically use them kind of interchangeably. So last year I had 3 bronzer contours. I used one of them up, so now I have like 2 from last year, and then this is what my current bronzer collection looks like. So we have expanded and how we have multiplied my entire bronzer collection by more than 5 times. So in total we have 11, and if I actually consider how much product each of these hold, it is massive. Like for example, this Marc Jacobs bronzer right here is huge. This one size bronzer has like 3 different shades in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that to you right now, but I'm pretty sure you've seen it. So yeah, my bronzer collection is something that is going to need a lot of work on, and if I want to get use out of all of them, I'm going to have to either declutter or use all of them like pretty regularly, make sure they're all getting enough love and use. But yes, my bronzer collection I think is going to even rival my blush collection in terms of the numbers, like how much like they all cost collectively. So let's go see that. Okay, you guys, it took me a while to do the math on these 11 bronzers, but I can tell you that yes, this is probably the most expensive out of my entire makeup collection. It's double as compared to my blushes, which is shocking because I have not an equal number but a slightly lesser number of blushes as compared to bronzers. But in terms of the price on these bronzers, there are a lot of like super expensive ones like NARS, like Fenty, like one size, like Marc Jacobs. Like the value on the Marc Jacobs is also very high. I think that is actually the most expensive bronzer in terms of value. This one is also pretty expensive. Everything else is relatively affordable as compared to that. So the total value of my entire bronzer collection is 21,035 rupees. So yes, definitely more than double of my blush collection, and I think I have more affordable blushes than expensive blushes, whereas in terms of bronzers I have more expensive bronzers than affordable bronzers. So yeah. The next category is highlighter, and I am glad to tell you that I don't actively have any highlighters in my collection at this point. I had two last year, the sugar highlighter and the faces highlighter. I got rid of the sugar one because I got rid of the palette, and I also broke the faces highlighter. Now we're coming to one of my favorite categories, which is lipsticks. And last year in the bullet lipstick category, I had 3 bullet lipsticks, 2 from Nykaa, 1 from MAC. And it's kind of a little unfortunate to say that I still have all the 3 lipsticks in my collection, the 2 from Nykaa and MAC. I have made a lot of great progress on every individual product, but I have not made progress in terms of either getting rid of any, mainly using up any. I think that is how we need to really make progress, is using up some of these. And I'm really hoping that when we do this inventory next year, I don't have like at least these 2. Like these 2 I definitely want to use up this year. This one, even if I have next year, I don't think I'll be as disappointed. But if I have any of these 2 next year, I'm definitely going to be very, very disappointed. And the total value of my lip products is 3,048 rupees. Now I think majority, like more than 50% of it is coming from the MAC lipstick, which is like 1750, and then these 2 are 649 each. So that's where I got the value from. The second category is lip crayons, and last year I had 5 lip crayons, but this year I only have these 3 remaining, the faces ones, and each of them are priced at 849 rupees MRP. So the total value is 2,547 rupees. Now last year the 2 plum lip crayons which I had, I'm pretty sure I decluttered both of them, so I did not use them up, but they're still out of my collection now, and I only have my favorite formula, which is this one, to focus on. And yeah, I'm happy with this amount and this number, but I do want to use these up as well, and not just have products in my collection that I'm not using. And I saved the best for last. This is my liquid lipstick category, and I am so happy to share with you individually about every single one of these products, because I have used up a lot of these, like the Nykaa liquid lipstick, which is the second one from the left, the entire verified lipstick collection, like there were 4, and I have used up I think 3. There was only one, the red one, which broke before I could use it up. Out of Miss Claire also I have one which I have completely emptied out. So I'm really happy at my progress with all the liquid lipsticks. And the first one towards the left, which is the nude shade, that is I think the only one which I have decluttered. I don't remember. And now that we've individually gone like category by category. It is time to finally tell you how much my entire makeup collection costs. But I want you to take a minute to guess. If you're able to guess, and see if you come to like a close enough figure as to what my entire collection is valued at. Again, these are MRPs for everything. For a lot of the products, I might have paid way lesser than what I valued them at. But if we go by MRPs on every single thing and total up the numbers, the total value of my makeup collection is 59,595 rupees. So 59595. That is definitely way more than I had expected, to be honest. And I think as I was going through the numbers, I realized how much money I have spent over the years on all these products. And yes, some of them are relatively newer, of course, but some of them are older as well. And since I have spent so much money on them, it is my duty and responsibility to use it up to the best value that I possibly can instead of buying new products. And I think that is why it's important to kind of go through your collection, do an inventory, see how much money you've spent already on products, and get use out of them instead of going out and buying new things. So I definitely want my number to be lesser. Ideally, I would say like half of what it is right now. But again, I know that is not realistically possible, but I'm gonna try and reduce each of these categories and just use the stuff that I have. Like, that's what I want. It's not just about decluttering half the stuff and reducing the value of my collection, but it is about using all the stuff that I own. So yes, it was really fun to do, and I hope that you guys enjoyed as well. And if you did, then let me know down like in the comment section, and also let me know your thoughts in general on this. This is the first time that I'm doing it, and I would like to keep doing it. I think I'll do an inventory at the mid-year point probably. So like, we're already in March, right? So I'll probably do this maybe sometime, I think June will be too early, but maybe one towards the end of the year, or maybe like September, October time. Let's see, I don't know. You tell me what you think about it, and let me know if you would like to see one in 2026 as well, like the same video that I did just now, but a year later, something like that. So let me know if you'd be interested, and I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.